Also following some breaking news now on Capitol Hill, the 119th Congress is in session. Vice President Kamala Harris swore in 12 senators this afternoon. Pennsylvania Republican Dave McCormick and New Jersey Democrat Andy Kim, of course, among them. Now, members of the 119th Congress were sworn in by Republican Speaker Mike Johnson less than an hour ago. This comes after a long and rocky speakership election that took place, and certainly some political theatrics today on Capitol Hill played out.
That's right. CBS News Philadelphia's Dan Snyder is in the newsroom with more on the at times contentious vote. It was bad, but nothing like we saw last year with Speaker then Kevin McCarthy. Dan.
Yeah, nothing like that, Siafa and Natasha. And Mike Johnson, Republican from Louisiana, does retain that Speaker's gavel. He did get there at a single vote. However, that vote was not without its suspense. Now, initially, Johnson did not have the votes to retain that speakership, with Republicans holding an incredibly narrow 4-seat advantage. Johnson could only afford to lose one Republican vote. He lost 3. 6 other Republicans initially didn't vote at all. Then they did back Johnson. Now, it looked like we may be headed toward another situation like Siafa talked about. We saw it last year with Kevin McCarthy. His speakership went 15 rounds, but Johnson and Republican leaders went into discussion with those defectors, and a little less than an hour later, 2 of those defectors came out, changed their votes to support Johnson. That put him over the top and gave him the gavel. So while Johnson does win the speakership, it was certainly contentious, and it really speaks to how slim that GOP majority really is. Still, former White House aide to George H.W. Bush, Joe Watkins, does not think today's vote is an indication of how Republicans will govern.
Republicans will be able to move President-elect Trump's agenda forward. I think Republicans will move forward in a way that gets a lot of these agenda items that President Trump wants to get done.
So Johnson's win today is also a win for President-elect Donald Trump. He threw his full support behind Johnson. And we even have reports of Trump reaching out to some of those lawmakers on the fence, trying to nudge them Johnson's way. But keep in mind, things could get even tougher for Johnson going forward. That 4-seat advantage he currently has will drop to just 2 after Trump's inauguration, with 2 House Republicans being tapped to serve in the president-elect's cabinet. Siafa?
Dan, any word on the rules which allow members to oust the Speaker?
So I believe that number has been bumped up to 9, which is why you get those 6 no votes or didn't vote at all, and then the 3 no's, kind of saying, hey, we're here. Keep that in mind. But I believe that number is at 9, would have to bring that up to oust a Speaker.
Yeah, something important to watch in the new year. Dan, thank you as always so much.